Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Tracy and I are on our way to get some propane. Again, yeah. They have a deal up here where you buy 6 and get the 7th one free, but they charge you they divide the cost of one of those tanks in 6 by 6 and add it to the cost of one tank. So you're basically prepaying.
Yeah, it's a freaking lie. You're not buying 6 and getting one free. You are prepaying for a 7th.
Yeah, 1/6 of the cost at a time, basically. So we have not been doing that. Unfortunately, we probably should have been, because I
We will
think
next year.
we are probably on the 6th one by now. But anyways, we're doing this today so we don't have to go out tomorrow. But we do anyways, because Onyx has to go back for a recheck tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And we were supposed to get what could be the worst storm so far this year. Sorry if this looks crappy, guys. I had to use my phone. I forgot my camera. But we could have a foot of snow by the time Thursday gets here. We could have an inch of ice. They don't know what this thing's going to do yet. Could be all freezing rain.
It could be nothing. The last time they said we were going to get a foot of snow, we got 3 inches.
So we figured at least we will go get our propane, get that done. And originally, we did not have to take Onyx back till March 1st.
Holy crap!
Wow. Till March 1st. But I'm saying, oh, she's saying holy crap because of the 100 freaking deer.
Okay, let's not have the propane tank come through the
That was the propane tank hitting the back of the bed here.
There's got to be 50 deer out there.
There we go.
There they are. Are you filming?
Yes.
The red square means you're filming. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Jesus.
A little over 20, I count. Wow. That's awesome.
That is a bunch of deer.
Well, that was pretty cool, guys. This is really hard to film with your phone and drive a stick shift. This is talented filmmaking here. Favorite house again.
It's a good thing he can drive with his knee.
So anyways, we wanted to do this so that we can then take you along tomorrow to Poles.
For a happy trip for
Yes.
a change.
Finally, it should be a happy trip to Poles, because the last, taking a constipated cat in was not happy by any means. We didn't know what was going to happen with him because he was looking rough, but Mr. Shelby's doing really well. That Miralax really worked well, and he's
Perfectly fine.
Yep, pottying like he should, and he put his weight back on.
And he's being his old goofy Shelby self.
And Onyx is doing really, really well. We'll show you some more of Mr. Onyx too. Well, you'll see him tomorrow at the vet. Gonna take the camera in for. They keep calling her Dr. DRC or however.
Dr. RC.
RC. They keep putting a D on it. I think there is, like Marcy Darcy from Married with Children.
But it's not. It's Nicole RC.
Okay, is it RC?
RC.
But everybody else, they call her Dr. Nicole. Like
She's Dr. Nicole.
Yeah, like Dr. Brenda. Well, they keep stressing her last name, which she's a young vet. She hasn't earned to go by the last name quite yet. And I did ask her to do an opening for the YouTube like Doc Pole did, and she's like, no, sorry, not today. So she probably will never do it. But I tried.
Probably not. But yeah, it was just awesome just to have everybody at Poles just cheering Onyx on, because they were going in there and, feeding him and talking to him and petting him and holding him and doing whatever they could to try to get him to eat. And when I called on Saturday and said how great he was doing, because they were like, he might perk up a little bit when he gets home. And it was like, yeah, just a little.
What a difference, yeah.
And when I called, they were like, oh my God, that's so wonderful. That's so great. And, she's like, we're so happy to hear that. And Dr. Paul was in the background and I could hear him.
Who's that?
Who's that? They're calling about Onyx. he's doing really good. He was like, oh, good. So, everybody in the damn office was cheering Onyx on. I never would have believed, seeing him Thursday morning, that he was ever going to come home. I wouldn't have believed it.
We'll find out tomorrow how much weight he's put back on, because he definitely has.
He ought to be. He's eating me out of freaking house and home. He can't have dry food because of the carbohydrates in it. And obviously carbohydrates, sugar. You can buy specialty, diabetic cat food, but it's like $72 a bag. And with my luck, it's like I'd buy it for him and he'd look at it and be like, nah, not interested.
And the dogs probably wouldn't even eat it.
Yeah. So
we're gonna check here at this Gibbs Super Center. They have a whole lot of dry food for animals. So.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not going to ask these people because they'll probably try to sell me something that I don't want or need. I know what I'm looking for. Oh my God, this is the worst stretch of road in the entire world.
There's no way she's gonna hold that camera. Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my God.
That's bad.
Wow. Not a road I would recommend driving over if you had to pee. Oh, jeez. But yeah, so luckily he likes Fancy Feast, and Fancy Feast, believe it or not, Fancy Feast is actually recommended by vets for diabetic cats, because the regular old Fancy Feast, oh my God, this is horrible. Regular old Fancy Feast, the pâtés and stuff like that are very low in carbs. So he's been eating straight Fancy Feast since Friday. Because he's a pig.
Man, guys, Osceola County does not take care of their roads. Dirt roads. I wanted to come back this way just because I thought it would be a little more scenic. This is horrible. Places, anyways. So we found some more good wet food for Mr. Onyx. What's it called?
Crave.
Last time I drove on roads this bad, and we're using Art's truck, if you wondered why it looked different. Last time I drove on roads like this with Art's truck, look at this crap. This looks like a 2-track. This is, ugh. Anyways, a broken brake line.
Yeah.
On the way home. The pedal went right to the floor. Well, that's enough. I can't film on this. This is horrible. We'll be back when we get on pavement. Alright guys, we made it home. We survived 3 miles of hell on those dirt roads. Oh my God, it got worse in places. I almost got stuck in one spot because we saw some deer and I slowed down to look at them. Yikes. But that is our internet. I was like, what is the pipe going in the ground for? He said, oh, it's just a ground wire. Oh, that's kind of weird because the ground wire for my electrical service is just copper. It's 2 copper wires down here on 2 ground rods 6 foot apart, but they're underneath the siding, as you can see it right there. Didn't need to be in any kind of PVC pipe, but okay, it looks better that way. But there she is, right there, the bottom line right there. So now we just have to wait for the splice guy with the little trailer with the test equipment to confirm that the signal is reaching here, and then they can call and schedule installation. The contractor is the one doing this part. The electric company is the part that goes inside the house. So within 2 weeks we're going to have our high-speed internet. More like a week, they said, but no promises. So anyways, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow on the way to Poles. Whether we're driving in a hellacious storm or not, I don't know. That remains to be seen, but we'll catch you tomorrow. Right, Mr. Wizzy? Where'd he go? I'm sure you guys heard him climbing the tree. Oh, there he is. Hi, old man. Not bad for an old guy. We went through our spay-neuter certificates and realized he's the second oldest cat. Onyx is the oldest, he's the second oldest. I'd have to say he's doing all right. Wizzy! Really? Wizzy? Wizzy? 13 years, at least he knows his name, right? He learned something. Oh, I don't like the cold on my feet. Oh, I hate the cold on my feet, right? Good boy. Good Wizzy. He's so sweet.
Their warnings or advisories here a little bit later today. So snowcast from noon today until noon tomorrow. Notice you could have 6 to 9 inches of snow there in that darkest of the blue.
We are
about 3 to 6
right
just
here.
outside of that, and then later precipitation about 3
Very
inches
close
or so
to
up
6
closer
to
the
9.
Superior shoreline. So areas
We've already got 3 or 4.
See the heaviest of the snow.
I'll take you outside and show you.
Over the next 24 hours.
Afternoon, guys. As you could see in that weather forecast, we are getting hammered. That's what we've gotten already this morning. Couple inches, close to 3. It's coming down really, really hard. It's 12 o'clock right now. Onyx's appointment is for 2 o'clock. We'll be alright. We're going to make it. Chuck volunteered to drive us in his Jeep, so we won't have any problem getting there. Plus, I'll be able to film a lot better going there, and plan on hopefully filming the visit too, since we're finally going to have a happy vet visit, because I see Onyx is doing great, so no matter what, this is a good visit. He's still alive. That's the best part. Fortunately, the 2 vets, they told me this morning, they texted me about coming in if we were still coming because of the storm. I said, sure we are. And, okay, we'll see you at 2 o'clock, they said, and I'm texting them back, but we can come in early if it would help you out any. They're like, no, we only have 2 vets today, and they're on farm calls this morning. So as you guys are seeing on the show what it's like for them when they're on farm calls and weather like this, it sucks. So, but we shall see you in the car on the way there.
My legs are freezing. The rest of me's good.
You'll be alright. Well, we're on our way to Poles. Got a little bit of a lull in the snow right now. It was coming down a lot harder, but I just looked at the radar. There's more, definitely a lot darker area coming our way. So
I got ride dialed up tomorrow.
yeah, Tracy's got a ride to work tomorrow. So they're still saying we could get 11, 12 inches. So we'll see how it goes. Looks like back there it looked like they plowed already. Over here I can't really say for sure, but
They did.
okay.
Yeah.
It sure is pretty, but I don't like seeing this stuff this close to March. After the Daytona 500, we're thinking spring, you know?
Right.
So that used to be, we always, and NASCAR's nothing like it was. There's only like Kevin Harvick's the last remaining elder. Kyle Busch is kind of an older driver now, but everybody else is young guys, you know, so it's just not the same. All the rules have ruined it and stuff, but we used to always call that our unofficial start of spring, but we didn't even use that phrase this year. It's been so horrible. So we're not even quite halfway there yet. It's kind of a rough ride. It's not bad. I don't know if I even told you guys, Chuck volunteered to bring us in his Jeep, so no worries.
Way better than my car.
That doesn't allow for operator error.
The only worry is we really don't know how good of a driver Chuck is. So,
yeah.
no, we're good. Yeah, definitely.
Barring any unforeseen vehicle fires, we're doing just fine.
Yeah.
Right.
And that happened.
Yeah, Chuck lost a vehicle to a fire a few years ago. It just lit up on
Through
him.
no fault of his own.
Yeah. As far as I know.
But yeah, definitely the snow is not as heavy as it was earlier.
We're kind of just in the middle. I mean, it's really started coming.
We follow a lady in Norway that does metal detecting. She's got cats too, but we have more snow than they have in Norway right now. So crazy. Yeah, this wouldn't have been bad to drive on at all. I wouldn't have had a problem with this. My car is really good in the snow, and I have it would put money in my pocket if I wrecked it, so I am not worried about it, you know.
I would cry.
Oh, right, you're waiting for
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Wow, they even pre-treated this even more. Wow. That's the difference it makes. Look at those flags whipping. Wow. Well, we made it here. Wow. Look at how hard it's snowing over there. You can't even see.
That is an official whiteout.
Pretty much. You can hardly see that frickin' wind turbine. Well, guys, we made it in. It is horrible out there.
And now he is complaining.
I don't blame him. I set him down on the ground and the wind was whipping right through that thing.
And he did not care for the wind very much. He was like,
wow, it is just
you dragged me out of the water.
horrible, horrible out there. Apparently when I set him down on the ground, I helped Tracy get out of the Jeep. The wind is blowing out there so much the snow swirled up in there or something.
That was pleasant.
It's not easy to get in and out of the back seat of that thing. The seat don't move forward enough.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
So there's one of the cameras they used to film the show.
No.
There's another. Well, they used to have one here. This one, I think this one moves now because I used to have a couple. There was one looking this way towards the vet, and then another one this way, looking towards the pets or people. There's Mr. O.
He's like,
He's like, yeah, I've had enough of this in and out of this carrier thing.
I remember the smell. I know where I am. You're not leaving me here again, are you?
Yeah, see how he had to shave his leg there for the IV.
They poodled him. He looks like a poodle.
But he's been using the litter box, guys. He was going pee in where he was sleeping 2 or 3 times a day. He's only peed in that he's only peed in that area 3 times since we've been home. So, and he's sleeping on the back of my chair or on the counter instead of in that box all the time. So, big improvement in his behavior. So, we're hoping for positive results with the blood test.
Have a sick cat that's diabetic and then try to switch up its food, and that's like, no, I don't want to eat, and then you can't give insulin, and then it's a big mess. So
yeah, he has no problem taking his insulin because when I wake up in the morning, he's like at his plate going, okay.
oh,
Already got the routine.
Feed me.
good. When did he get his insulin this morning?
6 o'clock.
Okay.
6 and 6.
Okay, good. And how many units?
3.
3. We're curious what he weighs if he's gained.
He
Yes.
has
I
definitely gained.
can't see how he couldn't have.
Eating like a pig.
Yeah, and when they said about taking him home and perking up, he absolutely did. So, and now
He's still a little wobbly.
he's a
the
little
first day or
reserved
two.
now. And he's like, I don't want to be here again.
Why am I here
Sorry,
again?
buddy.
You're not leaving me here again, are you?
Is he drinking a lot or?
No,
Not
normal
excessive.
amount.
Okay.
No.
Normal amount.
Oh, nope, you're not running away. Sorry.
He's like,
Glad you think you
you
can.
want to make a bet? I could if I wanted to.
11.5.
How
So
much?
he gained about 5 ounces in a few days, which is really good.
Cool.
That's really good. I'm gonna seal him, take him on back, get some blood from him, run it, and then I'll come back and share the results, okay?
if I can't see you, that means you can't see me.
Buddy.
How are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Pretty good. You've seen him before, right?
I
You
did,
were there.
yes. I spent a lot of time with this buddy.
Yes.
Very glad to see how
Awesome,
he's
huh?
doing. Yeah, very happy with
He's
him.
amazing.
Yes, he sure is.
I've
He's
had-
a little boy.
We've had cats
Some of
that
them.
never came back from looking like that.
Yeah, it's really great to see how he's doing.
Yeah, we got him home that night and he got out of that carrier and he was like, okay, I'm
So
home.
great.
He was a little wobbly
Yeah,
for like a day or two, but he's doing great.
Good. That is so good. So she gave him some fluids too, so you'll feel a little hunchback. This is just the
Okay.
fluid accumulating underneath the
Cool.
skin, and that that will be absorbed by his body.
Anything to help. For
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Alrighty. And Dr. Orsi will be back in just a minute.
Now is at 306. So while he was here, it was so high that glucometer wouldn't read it when we first got him. The normal blood work machine read it, but the glucometer only goes up to like, I don't know if it's 500 or some, but
Wow.
that wouldn't read while he was here until like the second day. So we're doing much better. He's acting better, like you said.
Yeah.
He seems a little bit brighter. We're still not all the way there yet because I would like to see him a little bit more active. But I mean,
He's always been kind of lazy, if that
Yeah,
matters.
good.
He's not a
Yeah.
run around and do
Yeah.
stuff cat, but you know, he jumps between the counter, like, it's probably this far, and he jumps between the counter and his
Good.
chair, and
Yeah.
he's actually walking on the floor, which is a weird thing to see him do, but
Yes.
he's doing it.
yeah, even when we got blood, like I just need a little drop, and I used the smallest needle on the back leg, and we held him, and he like kind of like ripped onto the table. I was like, good, you're showing some light. So just like laying there, like the first day I put his catheter in, he's like, whatever.
Right.
That's all he did. So we're doing better. We're at the 3 units. Let's bump it up to 4.
Okay.
4 twice a day. The fact that he's at 300 right now isn't terrible because usually you give insulin twice a day, and that's because it needs to be redosed at least every 12 hours to have a good effect on his blood sugar. Yeah.
We gotta figure out what the right dose for you is, dude.
Yes. We had to talk him back. I said, you got a lot of years left in you after all of that
Can
scare.
a cat live for a few years as a
They can. Yeah.
diabetic?
Cats are somewhat weird because dogs, if they get diabetes, they have it for life. Cats can go into regression.
I read that.
And
or heard
that's-
that somewhere.
Usually pretty rare, but if we keep them monitored enough, ideally if we switch them to the prescription diet, which may be a lot to ask, especially right now, we could get into remission, but I mean, even if we get years out of him and he does get a shot twice a day.
We were like, if we get another year, we'd be happy
Yeah.
because, just because.
Yeah.
Because he's 14 almost.
Yeah.
June.
Yeah.
You know, June.
Your mother was old, though.
You know,
Are you bleeding? Oh, he's looking much better.
I know it.
Yeah, you know, in the mornings, my alarm goes off, and I get up, and he's like, boink, to his plate, like, all right, you're up to feed me, okay.
So you learn that routine very quickly.
Good.
So,
Yeah, so, yep, we just keep feeding you, because
I
you gotta gain some weight back. Gotta gain weight back.
Yeah.
You're skinny mini.
Yeah, he's
With-
a little skinny, but I mean,
With a poodle leg.
5 ounces
Yeah.
in what, a couple of days?
Yeah.
Pretty good. So.
Yeah, that's, well, you've been eating like a little horse, so.
Okay, I will meet you guys up front
Okay.
if you want to
Cool.
start the car for. Fine. Good boy.
Let's
Oh,
get him
what's
back in there.
Great visit on it. Finally a happy
Happy visit.
All our visits lately were not, even though the other one was Shelby was constipated. That's not fun.
Yeah.
You know, not for Shelby.
Shelby
Not at all.
didn't especially didn't think so.
Alright guys, that was a great visit, great news as you heard. So Mr. Onyx gets to go home, a happy boy. Well, this is about a half an hour after we left Coles or so, and yuck. I think this is probably going to turn out to be the worst storm we had this winter. It's certainly looking that way.
Certainly isn't as much snow on the ground as I thought there was gonna be.
Not yet.
Yeah, correct. Oh, there we go. See, they plowed that back there.
Well, this
Thought
is...
we were gonna have some snow by now.
This is in effect until tomorrow at noon, so that's another 18 hours away or more, 21 hours away. We'll see. If it keeps coming like this, we'll end up with a foot. Well, guys, we made it home. And we have a crazy snow dog here. Baba, what are you doing, Luz? What are you doing, Luz? This little dog that you think's prissy loves the snow. Oh, got a potty. Had to take a potty break. But yeah, it's still coming down like crazy. She's a happy little Lucy. She's a happy little Lucy. I don't know why she loves the snow so much, but she sure does. She's making me dizzy. You're getting me dizzy, Bubba. That's awesome. She's 10 years old. You never know it.